Right, this is a question for everybody, and it's actually in all capital letters, so she really means it.
Or her caps
Or she was yelling and she was
broken.
upset. Caps on the text are not a good thing.
This is from Lauren A. Club. So this is for everyone. Who are your role models? Let's just start with Thea.
My role models, one is definitely my mommy. I think she's such a strong person, especially like throughout this whole experience. I mean, as a mother, I don't think I would be able to do what she has been doing for me. I mean, she's probably one of the reasons, one of the best experiences of my entire life. I mean, she's been so supportive of me, and I just love her so much. And I look up to many musical, you know, I look up to many musical artists such as Adele, and I really want to follow her path in my music career, so I look up to her as well. Besides my best friend / mommy.
Cool, sounds good. Naima?
Right, same here. My mother is definitely one of my very first inspiration. She's the one who put music inside of me, I feel like. She has just gone, and she's been through a whole lot, and she continues to fight, and so it's pretty awesome because she's a jazz vocalist. She's definitely my first inspiration, but musically, I have many, some of which are like Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Corinne Bailey Rae. We can go back to Coltrane or Miles Davis. We can jump to the hip hop where it's like Talib Kweli, Mos Def, and you can, I can go to the reggae where it's like Sizzla and Capleton and Queen Ifrica, Lauryn Hill. I mean, a lot of different artists I look up to.
Nice. What about you, Haley?
That was beautiful.
Sorry.
No. I mean, I'll second that with a lot of, you know, the female artists especially right there. And I mean, obviously, you know, my family, like, I miss the heck out of them right now, and I have done everything to thank for. You know, they've literally just shown me all I know about music, and you know, I grew up with the Beatles, and I kind of feel like they've taught me like everything from, you know, harmonization just to just the structure of all these different sounds that they went through. So them together, I mean, my folks they're still doing what they love. Fighters, you know, they've done it forever, over 35 years together now, and they're still rocking. So
Still rocking.
Very cool.
Paul, who are your role models?
Role models, you know, I'm a 26-year-old man, but I still look up to my parents. You know, they've supported me through the entire, you know, path that I've done music. You know, I went to school for biomedical sciences, dropped out with literally 2 classes left to go to do music full time. I know, which is very intense, especially in the South. You know, everyone's like, "You dropped out of college, you idiot," you know. So I caught some heat for that, but I knew that I wanted to do music. And it was kind of, you know, it was out there to do that. And I was touring for 6 years, not making too much money. You know, we were doing the club circuit and struggling as an artist. My folks would always be like, "You're happy, you're doing what you love," and that kind of really kept me going a lot of the time. And then as for artists, you know, I look up to guys that have been doing it for a long time, that have paid their dues, that work to become kind of, you know, the hardworking guys. Zach Brown is a guy that, you know, he was kind of, everyone thinks he's an overnight success, but dude, that guy had been touring for 15 years, you know, and guys like Tom Petty, stuff like that. I look up to a bunch of those artists. I'd like to be in that category one of my days. So.
I'd first off have to say my mom and my sisters. I was raised by my mom and my sisters, and my mom especially because, you know, if it wasn't for her, I mean, we definitely couldn't afford to put me in any music programs, but, you know, she really pushed and worked hard to get, you know, to try and score some scholarships for me to do music and theater and just really hone my craft from a young age. And, wow. And then 2 days before my Idol audition, I got laid off. And Heidi, my fiance, has just been the biggest support ever. You know, we're going through this together, and Naima knows how this is, you know, being away from our families with, you know, kids and loved ones, and just how much of a struggle it is, and how strong that you know, our better half, you know,
Have to be.
you know, mine at least, you know, just how strong they have to be, you know, and it's really intense, you know, and to know that she's still here, you know, fighting and still here kicking with me at this stage is awesome, and it just goes to show that, you know, love and support will, you know, will definitely get you through.
Yeah.
As for music, I mean, everybody knows Steven Tyler is one of my biggest. Edgar Winter, Steve Marriott from Humble Pie, Robert Plant, Freddie Mercury, Miles Kennedy. Gosh, I don't listen to a whole lot of new stuff. Beatles, absolutely, Lennon and McCartney, and Harrison, and even Ringo. I mean, they all really, you know, had everything there. Yeah, so that's pretty much my 2 cents. I also love bluegrass and country, so Hank 3, you know, gets me kicking, and Del McCurry and old school David Allan Coe just has that true soul that like gives you hope that music can still be soulful and real.
Cool.
Okay.
Mr. McCreary?
For Scotty, it definitely has to be my family, and I mean, my mom, my dad, my sister. I mean, just the way that they've lived their lives, and growing up in the family. My mom's been here by my side since day one of this idol journey, and my dad, he's been out here as much as he can. He's back on the home front, you know, making sure everything goes down there, and I mean, he's just been so supportive of me. And my sister, she's out working at a Baptist camp at the beach right now, and so that's just a great thing for her, and I look up to her for doing that. And it's just it's great to have a family that really supports you, and I mean, I wouldn't have made it to where I'm at without, you know, them supporting me and them doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that everybody in America, the 30 million people that we played in front of, never got to see. So that stuff is something I really am proud of for them doing, and really am grateful for. And as far as musically, I have to go with, you know, Brad Paisley and Josh Turner and all those guys that just lived their lives as a Christian man in the country music world, and just live by their faith and aren't afraid to say it. And that's something that I hope I can continue to do along my career path, and you know, hopefully it takes me a long ways.
Cool. Thanks. So actually today marks the first round of auditions for
St. Louis?
season.
Crazy.
Go ahead.
Crazy.
Everybody head out there.
It's been a year.
So this question comes in from Sydney Sweet. What suggestions do you have for the people who are auditioning next season, who could be very well watching this from their laptop in
Just
line
sing
right
the song. Sing the song.
Come on.
Just sing the song.
Just sing the song.
I'd say be unique. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that can sing. I mean, when I was out there, I was walking around in Milwaukee. I told my dad, I said, what the heck am I doing here? I'm in over my head. Because, I mean, they were amazing singers. But, I mean, if there's 100 of these kind of singers and you're a little different and there's not a lot of you, then go out there and try it out, because that's what they're looking for. I mean, so go out there and be unique, and don't be nervous, because I mean, all the people you're singing in front of, they're there to help you. I mean, they want the next American Idol to be the person that's singing in front of them. So just go do it.
Have faith in yourself.
Yeah.
I would say,
Believe.
because
Don't be
you have
afraid.
to really believe in yourself, because the minute that you stop believing, or you feel like you're not good enough, is when it goes downhill.
And
You know?
everybody, if you don't believe it, nobody else will.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to
Judges
be.
can
I
stay
believe
quite
in you.
poker face, so don't let them intimidate you.
Yeah.
And just sing from your heart, do the best that you can, and Nima said, just believe in yourself and do the best that you can, and just
Faith is
enjoy
definitely-
your time there, you know, in front of those judges, and just give it all you got.
Keep a lot of good energy.
Yeah.
You know, keep yourself around
Positive.
good people. You know,
Positive.
good people that are on the, you know, that, I mean, when you get down to the, I mean, this year the top 11, you know, and us going on tour, I mean, we're all positive people, you know.
Yeah.
We're not always complaining, we're not always down in the dumps and being depressed and being negative. You know, this is a really happy, good bunch of people. So
Yeah, you have
know,
to remember why you're doing it. Like, we love this, so you have to make sure you're having a blast, because
If you don't
If you're
love
not,
it, if you don't love it 100%, don't do this.
If
'cause
you
this
don't
is a lot
love
of
it,
work.
don't
It's
do
fun work.
it.
and don't be
Yeah, it's a
like
lot
these
of fun.
guys. I mean, don't be afraid to be exactly who you are, because that's what's going to get you far in this
That's-
business.
yeah.
And if you
Right.
don't
Don't be
love
afraid
it,
of
you might
Hollywood
end up
Week.
loving it.
Be very afraid.
You will get
Be
through
terribly afraid.
group night.
No, I'm just
You
kidding.
might age about 10 years, but it'll all be okay.
I never had wrinkles in my forehead before Hollywood Week.
Right? I'm
I think
just
I'm
saying.
getting a beer gut. I'm balding. I broke my hip last week. That's the truth.
Awesome. Some good advice coming from the Idols right before they go out on tour. So, speaking of concerts, coming in from JD Rocks Brazil, this question's for James.
What
What's
are
the most amazing rock concert you've ever been to? Oh, and by the way, Brazil loves you and rock on.
Thank you.
Dude.
Man,
He's been to a lot.
don't get mad at me. I've only been to 2 rock shows.
Oh.
The first one was Buck Cherry and Kiss.
Pretty good.
You know, it's pretty good for for the first big rock show. Second one was I just went to, which was New York Dolls, Poison, and headlining Motley Crue at the Hollywood Bowl. I would probably have to say that. Gosh, just everything. Knowing that Motley Crue's been together 30 years going strong, and just Tommy Lee's Tommyland drum set is this like freaking roller coaster. He sits in, and he starts doing his solo, and it goes back and forth, and it goes like in a circle, like 20 feet in the air, like literally on a roller coaster. And then he gets a fan from the crowd, straps him in with him, and then goes around.
Whoa.
Really?
It's insane. It was so. They always think of these crazy new things to do and really put on a show, and it's theatrics. It's fun. It's explosions. It's lots of lights and fire, and that's
Marching band.
kind of what I like. So
Theatrics.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how those concerts influence you. Thanks, James.
Definitely.
This
What?
question's
No
for-
pyro?
This question's for Haley from Yay Ray. We want to know, what's the story behind the sunflower bracelet you always wear?
She's still wearing.
What you're wearing right now?
Kind of creepy.
What?
Do you water it every
actually-
day? That's
well-
what they're asking.
What, Scotty? Do you want?
Do you water it every day?
I do. Sunshine is in my life always. I never realized. Well, like everything I'm wearing right now, all my jewelry except I have a spider earring in. Everything else is like flowers. Oh, I'm wearing flowers too. I don't know, but this I actually got in Switzerland when I got to sing for the Montreux Jazz Festival, and it's like it was huge. And this is just one of the many pieces that I got out there, and I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like a little sunshine in my life, which I try to get as much as possible. Every chance I get, I'll be out in the sun. You'll find me out in the front. So yeah, this is just a little reminder of something else that I've got, something great that I've gotten to do before this huge idol journey even started.
Awesome. Thanks, Haley.
Ciao.
Let's see. This question's for Paul from P Rob Loves P Fat.
P. McDonald.
Microphone.
All right.
Sweet.
So, Paul, when does the Lucy soundtrack come out? And what's the story behind that for those of us who don't know?
The Lucy soundtrack. That's a film Peter Facinelli is doing, and it was cool. He heard my music through my fiance, my previous to Idol kind of music, and it's kind of up in the air when it's coming out. I can't release too much details about it, but it will be out soon enough, and it's going to be really cool. It's a cool film, and
Your stuff in it?
yeah, it's got all my music from High Tide Blues and then my band, the Grand Magnolias. So it's cool. It kind of showcases, what I was doing before Idol, and kind of shows the artist that I was previous to the TV kind of show. So.
All right, looking forward to it.